Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would talk today about how I'm planning to prepare for Ramadan and especially how I'm planning to manage my mental health while I observe this holy month. So I haven't fasted in the last 6 years, and that's because of the severity of my mental illness. In this past year, however, I've been feeling a lot more stable, and so with the support of my doctor and my therapist, I decided that I am going to try to fast at least a few days of this month. I'm very excited that I'm going to be able to fast again, but I am worried about a possible decline in my mental health, particularly from staying up late for Salah and waking up early for suhoor. Because of this, I came up with some strategies with my therapist to help manage my mental health while also making the most of this holy month. So, the first strategy we came up with is to create a menu of options for the acts of worship I want to engage in. Rather than setting a strict goal like reading 5 pages of Quran every day, I'm creating a menu of different acts of worship that I can pick and choose from depending on my health. I generally have 3 types of days. My days are either functional, where I'm doing well and I'm able to keep up with all my daily obligations, or I have non functional days where I'm struggling a lot mentally and I'm not able to do basic tasks. Then I have days that I call my wellness era days. These are days when I'm thriving and I'm able to do more than what I'm usually capable of. Because my health and capacity fluctuate so much, it makes sense for me to have a menu of options of activities of worship to choose from, rather than setting myself a strict goal of one activity to do every single day. What this looks like for me is that on my non functional days, I plan to do activities like listening to Quran, making dua, and doing dhikr. On my functional days, I plan to increase my acts of worship, like praying extra sunnah and reading Quran. Then on my wellness era days, these are the days that I plan to fast and go for tarawih. This way, I'm giving myself options based on my capacity so that I can continue to engage in acts of worship every single day, but with kindness and understanding towards my fluctuating mental health. The next strategy I plan to implement is to create a stable routine. Typically, what I used to do in Ramadan in the past was to flip my schedule, so I would stay up in the night and sleep during the day. If you saw my video on social rhythm therapy, you'll know that keeping a regular routine is very important for bipolar disorder. Because of this, I'm going to try to attempt to maintain my circadian rhythm as much as possible during this month. That means sticking to regular sleep and wake times as much as I can and creating a regular routine throughout the day to follow. This is going to be a bit challenging because there are going to be some nights that I'm up later for Salah, and there are going to be days when I'm up early for Suhoor. But for the most part, I want to sleep during the night and stay awake during the day. Hopefully, by keeping a stable schedule, I'll be able to manage my mood better and have good energy levels. The last and most important thing I'm doing this Ramadan is to focus on my intention. Instead of solely striving to do more acts of worship, I want to focus on how I can deepen the acts of worship that I'm already doing. I'm asking myself, how can I have more sincerity in my du'as? How can I have more focus in my salah? I'm going to always set the highest intention so that even when my capacity fluctuates, I know I'm striving for the best that I can. On the days that I'm well, I'm going to do my best to fast and go for tarawih and make the most of them. But on the days that I'm not doing well, I'm going to follow my menu and do the best that I can on that day. While I intend to fast for this month of Ramadan, if I'm not able to fast every day, I'm going to be kind to myself. While my capacity will fluctuate, my intentions will always remain high. So that's how I plan to prepare for Ramadan. I hope that these strategies will set me up to have a spiritually fulfilled Ramadan while also maintaining mental balance. If you are struggling with an eating disorder or a mental illness or a physical condition that prevents you from fasting, just know that you're not alone. I was in that place for many years, and I know that it can feel very isolating when you're the only one not fasting. Just know that there's no shame in not fasting. Allah is the most merciful, and He created exceptions for us to protect our health and well being. There's no need to compare what we're able to do with anyone else. Each of us will be judged according to our own actions and our own abilities. When we're struggling with a mental illness, even doing our basic obligations can be incredibly difficult. So I just want to remind you that the most important thing this Ramadan is your love for Allah. If you can get closer to Allah in even a small way, then your Ramadan will have been a success. He knows what challenges we are facing, and He will reward us for our own individual struggles. So please have hope in His mercy this Ramadan. I'm wishing you a blessed month, and I'm making so much dua for you all. I appreciate all the duas that you make for me, and I'm making them right back for you as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.